That doesn't make sense. So you are saying that their God is the moon god, and the Quran saying don't worship the moon. The Quran says that Allah is the one who created the moon, and you say don't, their God is the moon god. So obviously the one who tried to answer this, he do not know that the moon god is not the moon. The moon god is not the moon. Every plant or a planet, sorry, have a god in control of him. So the god of the moon, not necessarily the moon. If we go in the hadith, we will find Muhammad saying the following. When the sun rise, what happened in this website? When the sun is rising, Muhammad, he forbid the Muslims from praying. But why? Well, Allah is God supposedly, and you should be able to pray for him anytime. During the time where the sun is moving in certain way, Muhammad, he forbid the prayer. So if we go now, and let us hope that's now the website is working. All right. Okay. It was narrated by Abu Huraira. The Prophet forbid praying after after the Asr. Asr is afternoon, until the sun had set, and after the Subh until the sun risen. Why? Do we have any Muslim in the chat? You have an answer for this? What is the reason? Any Muslim? You see, you can pray, but not in this time. Why? Anyone? This guy Sanihu, we spanked him. That's enough. We gave him a spank is enough for the coming 10,000 year. He can make 1,000 video to respond to me. If he is a man, let him call me. He's a potato. He's speaking English. He have no excuse. Right? Why don't call me? Let us see. Here we understand that the sun and the prayer of Muhammad have a problem. When the sun is in the move in a certain place, you don't pray. When the sun set, when the sun rise. Muhammad, he gave different explanation and different hadith, and by the way, all of those are sahih, so Muslims cannot say this is not accepted. All right, they cannot say this is weak, this is not true. Right? In different hadith, Muhammad, he made it more clear for us. He have a problem with this God. This God, or the God of Muhammad, he have a problem with the God who is in control of the sun. The sun, it rise from between the two horns of Shaitan. Do you see it? So Muhammad saying pray in such a time and such a time, but don't ever pray. In this time and this time. Why? Because the sun rises from the between the two horns of Shaitan. So the God of the sun for Muhammad is the Shaitan. Now, if a Muslim he will say it means something else, okay, well, give me the answer. Do you really believe that the sun coming from between the horn of Shaitan? Any Muslim believe in that? And now, is that hadith is a weak hadith? The Muslim, the Muslim, they will always come to us with a story. He says, all our stories is weak. All the stories we have is weak. And look, those one have no translation too. Any story we show them, show Muhammad is funny and he don't have no idea what he's talking about. They say it's weak. But as you see, this is Al-Bukhari, the most authentic book for the Muslims. So the moon never come from between the two horns of the devil. And the sun not only rise from between the two horns of the devil, but it's set between the two horns of the devil. It rises from between the two horns of the devil, and it's set between the two horns of the devil. So who is the devil for Muhammad? The sun god. There's a competition between the sun god and the moon god. And stop until the sun has set, for it's set between the horn of the Shaitan, and it rises between the horn of Shaitan. Do you see it? And that all is coming from mythology. Everyone he have a mythology he is copying from somewhere. So the mythology is saying, or all the ancient stories, that the moon, because he's cool, because he's nice, because he don't kill us, we are people of the desert, he don't bring death. So the sun for the people of the desert present the evil. It brings nothing but destruction, harm, thirst, death. Their cattle die, their grass go, their water disappear. That is the sun. So the sun, for sure, the one who sent the sun, or in control of the sun, he is the devil. And the devil here is the god of the, he's not necessarily the word you know, like the devil as we know. He is whoever in control of the sun. So always the devil, he sent the sun from between his two horns, because obviously he is in control. She is the crown head, or the head, the crown of the devil. What about the moon? If there is any instruction, Muhammad, he asked the Muslims, if you want, you can pray all the night if you want. This is why you see that Allah, he come down in the third part of the night, not during the day. Do you remember? That is a night time. Third part of the night is still its night. So the god of the moon, he is listening to you as long it is night. When the sun come, Allah is gone. So it's forbidding for us to pray during the sunrise, the sunset, because this is the God of the sun there. He is, Allah is not there. Why you want to pray? Now somebody will say, okay, but all the prayer of Muhammad is during the daytime. It doesn't matter. As you see, Allah will come to collect the prayer only at night. Allah is not coming down at the noon time. neither afternoon, neither even in the morning, neither even when the sun set. He come only at night in the dark, because this is the time where it is cool. You see, the early before the morning, it's not morning yet. Let us say it's like 3 a.m. in the morning. It is dark, but it's nice. The heat of the sun, this is the most cool time in the day for the people of the desert. Allah now is coming down. Any Muslim, you don't agree? And here, by the way, this is again another legend, because Allah come down to hear us. Can't He hear us from everywhere He is? And the Muslim, they say, how you accept God to go inside His creation? But as you see, Allah here is going inside His creation. If you go from the 7th heaven to the lowest heaven, between them, this is His creation. Correct? So if Allah, and by the way, here this is shown us that Muhammad is a false prophet. I don't know how many of you notice. We explained that before. Let us open Google Earth so we can make it more clear. Google Earth. All right. It's clenching, taking time. All right. So this is Google Earth. And let us say this is here Mecca. In this spot. So we will make Mecca facing the sky. Okay. Mecca now is facing the sky. And we will make a dot on Mecca, so people will notice with us where is Mecca now. This is Mecca here. Let us choose red color. This is Mecca. So Muhammad said that Allah in the 3rd part of the night, every night, He come down from this point, which is supposedly the 7th heaven, and then He come down to the lowest heaven. So if we say the lowest heaven is here, if we say this is the lowest heaven, heaven number 1, then there's heaven number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this is 7. So Allah supposedly is located here. And then Allah is going to go down from the heaven 7, and He will stop in the lower heaven, which is heaven number 1. So Allah will end specifically in this location here, going down. This is His limit. But in order for Allah to go down, He have to go through heaven number 7, heaven number 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then He stop at heaven number 1. That's when Allah is going and is swimming inside His creation. And that contradict all the stories Muslim. They say that Allah cannot be inside His creation. Same time, going back to our point, Allah come only at the night to receive your prayer. Allah is the Almighty God supposedly, and He is all-knowing. But as you see, Allah is not knowing about your prayer unless He go from point A to point B. Point A is in the top, point B is down in the bottom. And then when Muhammad said that Allah come down every 3rd part of the night, Obviously Muhammad, he been taught, as he claimed, by God, which is Allah supposedly, that the earth is flat, because the only way to accept such a false teaching, if the whole earth have one time. So if it is here in Mecca now 11 o'clock at night, that's mean it should be 11 o'clock p.m. all over the earth. So if Allah will come at 3 p.m., so it's 3 a.m. in the morning, before the sunrise, let us say, that's mean in order for this to happen, every day he come, that's mean 3 a.m. have to be the time zone for all the whole earth, one time. And this again explained that Muhammad is an idiot. He's just copying stories from before him, copy, and here he pause the story again, and he adds some spices. So the point here that Allah is a person who come to hear our voices only at night, for he is the cool night God, the moon God, not the sun God. If we go in the Quran, we will find something more proving to us that Allah is the moon God. How we can prove it? All of you remember that in the Quran there is something is called Laylatul Qadr. What Laylatul Qadr mean? The night of power, according to Muslim translation. So Laylatul Qadr chapter 97, chapter 1, 2, 3 keep speaking about this night. Okay, what happened in this night? In this night Muhammad received the Quran. Question: why the Quran come at night is not coming at daytime? The Muslims they say that Allah, he sent the Quran, all of it together. Some of them they say that, just to be more accurate, that all the Quran was sent together down, but it was not delivered to Muhammad all in the same time, which means it's sent down to the tablet or somewhere, a storage house, and then the angel Jibreel, he was picking up what is supposed to pick up for delivery to Muhammad. But all the Quran came down in the night of power. Why in the night of power? Why does God not only praising the night, he is saying that night is equal to 83 years of a prayer. Do you see it? The night time is the favorite time for Allah to come down. It's the favorite time to send his holy book. It is even equal, one night equal to 83 years as deeds, which means if you pray in that night alone is like praying for 83 years, which is extremely crazy. Crazy and stupid. So when Muhammad he says such a thing, and he claimed that at the night it's where the angel descend and the spirit of Allah descend. So even the spirit of Allah, they do their business at night time. Peace, peace, all the night until the sunrise. Do you see it? That Allah give them peace all this night until the appearance of the dawn. Okay, why the peace of Allah will disappear with the appearance of the dawn? Are we following, guys? Do you notice what I'm saying? The peace stay for how long? The peace stay until the sun rise again. The sunrise, the peace of Allah go, because Allah authority is not a day authority. There's two authority, one control the day and one control the night. So the peace of Allah is only at night. And this is what we said to you from the beginning, that in his